What's up, people? I pray that you're well, that you're having an awesome and amazing day. This is Brandy Rojas, owner of Fiery Beacon Publishing House LLC, located in Greensboro, North Carolina. Hope you guys are having a good day, a great day. It's cloudy outside here and it's cold, but we are pressing nonetheless. I just wanted to come on. It's been a while, probably last May, going into June, since the last time I did an installment here on our publishing house page. A lot has transpired, and I've been pretty vocal and transparent about the things that have occurred. I just want to first start by saying thank you. We've had several people, clients, and even people that are not clients, who heard about the passing of one of my spiritual daughters, one of my adopted daughters, and also my mother, that happened during the summer, the latter parts of last year. And during that time, we have taken necessary steps and necessary time, just to adjust, to process, to begin a healing process, if you will, and made some moves. Was ready, let's be honest, was ready to kind of give up and walk away, because how many people know that when grief hits, grief hits. And so was ready to walk away, ready to give it all up. Was going to handle the ones that the clients I need to handle, finish off with the ones I need to finish off with, and just walk away from it all. But evidently, God had other plans. And so we are here, and just today's day one. Today's day one. This is actually our first official opening day, or reopening, or re-grand opening, or relaunching, or whatever we should call it day. But nevertheless, this is day one for us, and it has this morning has been emotional. It's been like, okay. Let's get in position. It's been very creative this morning around here, as we are working on several things, working on promotions, working on flyers, working on people requesting logos. Even after we announced that we were kind of leaning into a closure, people were still inboxing us asking if we could help them in their books, help them in their literary journeys, and things of that nature. And so we literally today have been rocking and rolling, and just kind of reviewing everything. We've met with our team a couple of times, just to kind of go over things, figure out where we are, figure out the things that we need to do, and the next moves and things that we need to make, both with previous clients, current clients, future clients, all the clients. Just really working to ensure that we are moving and headed in the right direction. And so, I, of course, as I've thanked a million times and probably will continue to for some time. But I do want to thank publicly, of course, my family, my husband, my kids, all of that good stuff. Just everybody that's got connected to me, whether you are blood, adopted, spiritual, whatever it is. I appreciate you. And of course, to Deshauna Smith, who came on as graphics, but became graphics administrative, communication, customer service. She became a lot of things and had to figure it out very, very quickly. And so I sent a special shout out to her. Some of you have probably reached out and said, "Hey, I want to write a book. What do I need to do next?" And it was her that you was talking to. And though my mother adopted her as a grandchild, literally, I was mourning my mother. She was mourning her grandmother, but nonetheless, she was stepping up as best as she could to help ensure that bases were covered, to ensure the communications were made, and that updates were shared. So again, thank you. Thank you all for every part you play, in helping us through this place of recovery. It is still recovery. It is still a journey. But as I shared with some very close friends of mine last night, I do know that at the same time, this is something that has to be done. I do understand that my mother has gone on to glory. And I further understand that if I were to stay in the place that I was in, I would be in trouble with God. And so, and probably hurt in some respect. It's just time to make moves. It's time to make moves. One of the things I've always shared, great day to you all. One of the things I've already shared and always shared with authors that I've spoken with is that life happens. And when life happens, it sometimes will make you pause. It'll make you pause. Sometimes it'll try to make you stop and all of that good stuff. But after you've done all of that, as one song says, after you've done all you can to stand, just stand. There's a number of things that are coming through the pipeline, a number of things that we are working on to ensure the quality of Fiery Beacon from this day forward. We are grateful that in the midst of the loss, in the midst of the turmoil, in the midst of transitions, in the midst of so many things that have happened, that we have maintained our Better Business Bureau, my apologies, accreditations. And we have like our BBB accreditations and all that stuff is still intact. And we are grateful for that. It's hard when you plan for the best in business, but in your head, it's just, in your mind, everything's going to work perfectly, fine. And then things outside the business happen that you have no control over. And somehow, some way, you've got to figure out how to navigate through it. I say that as I say to every author, every potential author, every future author, that when it comes time, or should I say, for you to write a book or begin writing, life does not stop because you're writing a book. But you've got to decide, how is this thing going to play out? How is this thing going to end? Am I going to continue to write? Am I just going to put it away and take it away and just let it die? Like, what am I going to do? Because keep in mind, anytime you have an urgency to write, if you have a story inside of you that you must get out, when there's an urgency for you to get that story out or get that book out, one thing you have to understand like clearly, like crystal clear in your mind, is that yes, life is going to happen, but yes, somebody needs your book. And sometimes the somebodies that need it are people you don't even know. On average, it is suggested that a person be ready to invest up to $5,000 to publish a book. Now, keep in mind, this figure is more so like on a self-publishing track, if you will. But let me explain this to you. Some people hear $5,000 and they freak out and they walk away. But let's think about it like this. If you were buying a car and the person says the car is $5,000, you don't freak out. And, more than likely, you're kind of like, okay, cool, let me figure it out, right? And so you're sitting there and you're trying to figure it out and you're trying to work through it and you're trying to work it out. And while you're doing all of this, you're literally preparing yourself to invest in something that may last you 3 years. It may last you 4, 5, 10, who knows, depending upon the car, the make, the model, right? How many miles it has on it, right? But when we talk about literature and we talk about books and we talk about producing books and people hear 5,000, some people shy away from that because in their mind, they're thinking that, wow, that's a lot or that's too much. But let me break this down for you. When you publish a book the right way and you obtain your credentials, your numbers and everything the right way, those numbers literally last. That identification on your book, that title, your content, literally lasts 70 years. So if a person says that $5,000 is too much to spend on a book, what they're really saying is my life and my story is not worth $71 a year. I'm going to give you time to think about that. Just think. We'll sit and we'll say, I'll invest $500 to tell my whole story. I'll invest $1,000 to tell my whole story. But even if you invested $5,000, and that is when I say 5,000, I mean manuscript. I'm talking about editing. I'm talking about marketing. I'm talking about pre-sale promotion. We're talking about all these different things. But keep in mind, if you say that 5,000 is too much to tell the story that's brewing in your soul, what you're really saying is my story isn't worth $71 a year. Because that identification, that book is going to literally last in the system for 70 years. It secures it for 70 years. So There's a number of things, that we have reviewed and made available. Some improvements that we have made as a company. One of those improvements is the expansion of our team, and you will meet her in due time. But we've brought on an executive administrator to assist with the functionalities of Fiery Beacon Publishing House LLC, and the Firehouse overall. So let me explain to you what the Firehouse is. So the Firehouse is a combination of Fiery Beacon Publishing. It is our travel division. We have a travel and wellness division under Fiery Beacon called the Firelit Life. And then you also have the Coffee Lounge, which is right behind me. We have the Firelit Store, which is right across the hall. We still have our writers area. It is our firelit room where the creatives can come and create. That room is still available. And we also have the podcast room for audio and visual recordings for podcasting. Now, keep in mind, the podcast room is versatile, it's multifunctional. So if you're on here today and let's say you say, hey, I need a space to I'm an MUA and I need a space in Greensboro to do 5 faces on a Saturday, then you can actually rent that time in that room and be able to do faces right here on site at the Firehouse. If you're saying, hey, I just need a space where I can meet with clients for a day. I just need a quiet room where I can meet with clients just for the day. Then you can actually come in, you can rent space in that room, you can rent out for the whole day, meet with your clients or whatever you need to do in that room. We have, people hear podcasting and they say, well, podcast is the only thing you can do. But we have left that room fairly vacant on purpose. Again, as I said, it is multifunctional, multidimensional. So, we have some things on the wall that you can use. We have various props. We have lighting in there now. We were blessed with lighting just a few days ago. So we have actual lighting for like camera type lighting in there right now. We actually have of course, we have like different things like, you have your seating and you have different things of that nature. We do have some of you say, hey, all I need is a mic. I just need a room. I need a room that's not my own. I need a space where I can just do what I got to do. And so we have that available as well. And so, don't say podcast. I don't have a podcast. I can't use it. If you're an MUA, you can use it. If you just need a space for the day. You need a space for a few hours. If you are in ministry and you're saying, I need a space where I can come and just record for an hour, pre-record my ministry for an hour, then you can come and do that here. There's many things that you can do in the podcast room. It's actually called Ink Out Loud. It's called the Ink Out Loud room. And it was designed for podcasting, but the possibilities are just about endless. So, you can definitely give us a call. Our number here at the office is 336-617-0045. You can actually call us here at the office and say, hey, I need more information about the podcast room, or hey, what time is the coffee lounge open? Or hey, what time is the store opening today? Or, hey, can I come and can I use the writer's lounge? I need to get into the firelit room. I need some space. I need some time to write. How much is it? What can I do? We're also making available cards. So you can actually get a pre-punched card. Like basically you can come in and say, hey, I want to buy 10 sessions in the writer's room, 10 sessions in the podcast room. I want to pay for it up front. So it's already paid for and taken care of. You can do that. And then from there, you go into scheduling and schedule your time in. Okay. So, we have various things that we're offering. These are things that we already had, but we're just now offering on a different scale. Okay. And with a different focus in mind. So we have that going on. Of course, the Firelit Authorship Experience for 2024 is getting started. And so if you are an author and you're saying, or a potential author or future author, and you're saying, hey, I have a book, but hey, I don't have 10,000 to spend on a book. I don't have 20,000 to spend on a book. Then you can actually reach out to us, become a part of the Firelit Authorship community. We have a number of availability as far as promotions, if you will, or price structuring is what I really should say, to help you get your book out there and help you get it done. We have spaces for our spring, summer releases, and we have spaces for our fall, winter releases. So, for those of you who are saying, my book is ready to go, I got the whole manuscript, is ready to go right now, then you can get into that spring, summer fit. Or if you're saying, hey, I'm kind of starting from the beginning, our company has been known to help people kind of walk through their process. And so now we've kind of shifted from that a bit, because now our position is, we're not going to hold your hand necessarily and walk you through the process. However, we do offer tools that will allow you to feel like somebody's holding your hand and walking you through the process. We make different things available in video format, in video form, that will give you the flexibility of saying, okay, hey, this is where I am in this process now. This is what I have to get going now. This is where I am now. This is what I got to do next. And from the live perspective, we are here along the way with you to help keep you accountable to the decision that you made to release your book to the world. All right. Um, Also, we are looking to partner up and to link up with people in various capacities. If you are an MUA, if you're in photography, if you're a stylist, um, if you're an editor, freelance editors, psychologists, fitness coaches, whatever you do, just feel free to send us your information or comment in here. Basically, what we want to do is we want to be able to provide a database to our clients here at Fiery Beacon and the Firehouse. So if someone needs a psychologist, or someone needs a therapist, or if somebody's writing a book and they're going through a place in their story where it's just really like overhauled to the point where they say, you know what, I need a therapist, then we can refer them to you. Or if they come to us and they say, hey, I know you said I need a headshot done. I have no idea where to start. All I have is pictures of my phone. Then we can literally say, nope, you ain't got to worry about any of that stuff. We're going to refer you to a photographer. We're going to refer you to Miles Darton. We're going to refer you to Blue Cherry Photography. We're going to refer you, if you need styling, we're going to refer you to Tracy. So we have these things in place for our clients, and also in an effort to help the community as well. You're not limited to Greensboro. You can be outside of Greensboro. You can be in Africa for all I care, because we have published authors in Africa. We have published authors in the Cayman Islands. We have published authors in Jamaica. We have published authors all over the United States. And we actually now have roughly about 30 or more authors who have been inducted into Barnes and Noble online store. So there's a number of our books that you can actually find at Barnes and Noble. If you go to barnesandnoble.com, you can find a lot of our books and a lot of our authors there. You'll want to make sure that you type in the author's name to see if they are part of Barnes and Noble. But out of the over 130 some authors that we have published over our 7-year term, we literally have roughly anywhere between 30 and 40 authors right now whose books are available at Barnes and Noble. And you can order it online and they will mail it directly to you. It's our hope that some of our authors this year that's part of Barnes and Noble will take advantage of the opportunity that has been afforded to us as a company, to be able to have, how can I put it, book signings on site at Barnes and Noble. That's a possibility too. And so we are looking forward to actually our Firelit tour that's coming in 2024. And basically, we'll be premiering different authors who are part of Barnes and Noble, and just really pushing their work, pushing their books, pushing their projects, helping them to get their projects back out there. Just all kinds of things that we'll be working on. So again, we talked about Firelit, we talked about Barnes and Noble, we talked about team expansion. I'm reading my notes. The last thing is collaborations, because some of you have books, but you're afraid and you're scared to try to work on your solo book. But if you don't have a whole book ready, can you at least get a chapter? If you can get at least a chapter, you can become an author. Okay. Become an author, second time, third time, 25th time author, whatever it is. Right. And so right now we have 4 different collaborations that are forthcoming in 2024. that you can be a part of. The first one is I Went Through Hell and Came Out with Oil. This book is geared towards women who have gone through some very, very hard places, and they are finding themselves now in a place of, I got to find my voice. I need to find my voice. I'm going to find my voice, and I'm going to help somebody in the process. Yes, indeed, they are, Latasha. All right. So that book is forthcoming. We've had people already sign up for it. Spaces are limited. Each of these titles has a limit right now of 10 to 15 authors per book, and is a really amazing opportunity for you to get to know other people who have gone through various things, and just really are ready just to come out on top, ready to tell their stories. We have been known to help publish women, especially who are telling their stories for the very first time. We're talking about rape, molestation, abuse, all types of things that they have gone through, and they've come out on top. And so I Went Through Hell and Came Out with Oil. It's the first collaboration. The second one, we still have it out there because we still believe in it and we still believe it can work. Jesus and a Couch. That book is geared towards psychologists, therapists, and life coaches. Okay. Jesus and a Couch, the importance of therapy in the Black community is the name of the book. And so if you are a life coach, if you are a therapist, if you may even be pastoral counsel, and you're saying, listen, like, this is important and this is why it's important. We would love to see about 10 to 15 different standpoints or viewpoints on that, from those who actually work in the field. And so we really are looking to connect with some people in that specialty, so that we can kind of, really get out there and just talk to the world and let them know, listen, it's not taboo, right? Some of us grew up in homes and grew up in generations where you keep your business in the house and you don't talk about what's going on with you, right? But truth be told, some of us need to talk to somebody, and we need a therapist. And if you need a therapist, it's all right. Okay. And so maybe some of you, if you've ever been to therapy, you may want to write a chapter in the book and say, this is why it was important to me. Okay. So listen, something you may want to consider, something you may want to do. All right. Jesus and the Couch. The third one is the ABCs of entrepreneurship. Let me see. Oh, any men collaborations. So we do, there is one men's collaboration that we launched at one point, but no men signed up for it. So if you are a man on here and you're saying, I want a male collaboration, I believe that would be an amazing thing to do. That would be an amazing thing that we would be willing to do if the men would open their mouth and step up and say, I'm ready to work. All right. So, yes, we do have a men's collaboration that is out there, that we have secured the title for. Everything I'm sharing with you today, we have secured titles for. But you just got to step up and grab it. All right. The ABCs of Entrepreneurship is actually a 27 chapter book, which means there's 27 spots in this specific collaboration. It is geared towards entrepreneurs so they can tell their stories of entrepreneurship, how they got into entrepreneurship, the highs and the lows of entrepreneurship, the successes, of course, of entrepreneurship, all of those things. Can I tell y'all something? Can I help y'all? These collaborations, these business oriented collaborations, not only is there room for your bio, but also your business information is going to be included. So literally it's going to be a walking advertisement for you. So if you write a chapter in this book, can you imagine your bio being there, your business information being there, and then your chapter and your insight being there? People literally will be able to have access to your words and have access to the opportunity just to be able to say, you know what, let me call him, let me call her, let me get their viewpoint. Okay. And of course, the book Jesus and the Couch is open to men and women. It's not just a women-oriented book. It's open to men and women. The last one that I want to share with you today is actually called Sold, and it's the Real Estate Mogul's Guide to Home Ownership. So if you are a real estate agent, hear me. If you are a real estate agent, if you are a buying agent, if you are a selling agent, if you are a broker, listen, this is a prime opportunity for you. This is an opportunity for you to jump in and say, you know what? I want to share what entrepreneurship is, what not entrepreneurship, what real estate is really about in the realm of entrepreneurship, because you may have somebody that really does want to be a real estate agent or a broker, and they want to read your book to figure out, like, how do I navigate through this, how do I navigate through this place. And so if you're on here and you are a real estate agent, this will be a perfect opportunity for you to share your insight, for you to share your advice. If you're a financial loan officer, this will be an excellent opportunity for you to talk about how, how that process goes when it comes to getting loans for a home. If you are a corporate real estate agent, commercial real estate agent, it doesn't have to be just homes. It can literally be businesses too. So we may shift that just a little bit and say the real estate mogul's guide to ownership, because it could be anything. It could be commercial, or it could be personal, like homes or apartment buildings, complex. It could be anything. And some of us do have the dream to do it, but we don't know how to do it. All right. And we don't know where to go, and we don't know who to talk to. So this is an opportunity for you to be able to come in, to launch in, and just be able to lock in and reserve your spot. The last thing that I want to share with you guys, and I refuse, I can't say I refuse. I don't want to get emotional. I just want to say it and be done with it. Is I'm also leaning towards doing a collaboration to be released on Mother's Day. And so there's something my mom used to always say. She would say, hold it in the road. And it wasn't until she passed that I went and I looked to see what hold it in the road meant. And literally, what it means is to stay on the straight and narrow, no matter what is happening around you. One definition said to be able to stay on the straight path, even if there's oil slicks, etc., in the road that would try to prevent the traction of you moving forward. And so she would always say, hold it in the road. Before she got off the phone, hold it in the road. And so I'm leaning towards something is already locked in. The ISBN is already locked in. Anything I'm talking about, ISBNs are already locked in. But this right here is something near and dear to my heart. And your mom doesn't have to be gone on to glory to be a part of this, but we're definitely looking at opening up the opportunity for a collab called Hold It in the Road, Lessons from My Mama. And this is going to allow girls like me, or even gentlemen, guys, if there's something your mother taught you, um, something that you were like, I don't ever want her to know that she was right, because I fussed her down and told her she was wrong, but she was right. If that's your thing, and if that's where you are, if that's what you're going through, then, I think that would be an amazing tribute. You can, share a brief story about your mom. You can put a picture of your mom in the book, or maybe you and your mom in the book, and just share what it is, the impact that your mother has had on your life. I wish that she were here where I could write it and say, here, mom, look what I wrote about you. But you know, I just trust that God will let her know. Amen. But for those who mothers are still here, I believe that would be a beautiful tribute, to write in secret and then present it to her on Mother's Day and say, for Mother's Day, I tried to think of something I could give you. I tried to think of the perfect gift, and I couldn't think of a more perfect gift than to give you the gift of thank you. So I want to encourage you guys with that. And I just want to further encourage you guys, by saying that, what you pour into others, you will receive back. I just want to say again, thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your concern. Thank you for people who are sending cash apps, and on the note it said go get Starbucks, or cash app and it said on the notes go eat, um, and things like that, because oftentimes in positions like this you forget to do that. But Literally, yeah. And honestly, like for real, I think it would be dope, Latasha, like if the people, the people that actually take part in that collaboration, if the title of their chapter would be their mother's name. Just it could be first, middle, first, last, whatever the case may be. My mom's name was Norma Jean, you know. And so, whatever it is, I think that would be a real, real good thing to do, to preserve our legacy in the earth and to preserve our mother's names into eternity. That was really one of the last things my mom said to me before she transitioned, was that she should have wrote a book. So it's the least I can do for her, and do to her memory, to complete this project. So if you're one of them and you're saying, hey, I want to share about my mom too, then let's do it. All of these collaborations right now are $399. You can put $100 down. You can pay actually half down. Sorry. You can put 50% down to lock in your spot, and then you pay the other 50% within 60 days, and you're locked into those collabs. And y'all know I'm known for doing some old crazy, crazy stuff. And so if there's more than one collab you wanna be a part of, let us know, and then we'll look and see what we can do to get you in the door with that collaboration as well. All right. Again, we've updated our packages, and our website should be up at some point today. Our new website should be up at some point today. But we actually have new packages for solo authors and things of that nature too. So we just have a lot going on, and we have a lot of moving forward that we are doing. And so, if you will keep us in your prayers, keep pushing us, keep encouraging us, um, keep working with us, because yeah, we are human, and yeah, the things that have hit hard, but we are determined to come back with an even harder hit, and that hit is named success. Amen. So, again, I love you guys. I bless God for you. And I really pray, hey, Best, I pray that you have an awesome and amazing day. I hope that if any of these collabs touched you in any way, that you'll step up and say, you know what? I need to get on that book. I need to get that done, right? Like, okay, I'm not going to cry. She's not going to make me cry today. I'm not going to do it. But that literally, like you would say, you know what? That's my book. You know, y'all not gonna make me cry today. I see them things coming up. I ain't gonna cry. You're not gonna make me cry not today, okay? You might when I get off, but not right now. All right. But yeah, so we got again the collabs, which are dope in their own right. I went through Hill and came out with Oil is the female only collab. Jesus in the Couch is our therapist, life coach, counselor, pastoral counsel book, and it talks about the importance of therapy, especially in the Black community, or it could be in the community overall. The ABCs of entrepreneurship, for those that are entrepreneurs, we got 27 chapters open on that for you to tell your experiences about entrepreneurship. And the Real Estate Mogul's Guide to Ownership Sold, that is open to real estate agents, so that you can come through and share about your real estate journeys, your advice. It doesn't matter if you're a tenured real estate agent or if you're just getting started. I believe people need to know from all aspects what's what, okay? And then finally, Hold It in the Road, um, Lessons from My Mama, dedicated to my mother, Norma Jean Wall James, full name, full government up in here, and so many other mothers, your mothers, both here in the earth and maybe gone on to glory, that shared something amazing with you that you needed in your life that you need to share with somebody else. Okay. So I love y'all. Y'all pray. Y'all pray for the people trying to make me cry. Okay. Y'all pray for them. Okay. Pray for them. I love y'all too. Y'all not gonna make y'all not gonna break me. Listen, so it's just time to get to work, y'all. It's time to get to work, time to get it done, time to get it accomplished. Look out for us. Look out for us. Look out to, hearing from us. And all I got to say is let's go get it. Let's go. So hope y'all have an amazing day. Don't forget, live your max life. Make God blush. Make God smile. Make them proud. Oh, and one more thing. You ready? Let's say it together. Less at night, your literary genius. See y'all later.